The reflexive pronoun in Spanish is used to express that an action is applied to the same subject. Like I said, reflexive pronouns are the ones that we use when the action is applied to oneself or someone else. For example, I take a shower myself. This means that I am the one who's taking a shower. If I say I wake up myself, in English you may not need to specify I wake up, because if you say I wake up, whoever is waking up is you. But in Spanish, if you literally translate I wake up, you could be waking up someone else or something else. So you need to put the myself, which is the reflexive pronoun. So there are two ways to explain how the reflexive pronoun works or it's used. The first one is to remember which are the reflexive verbs. So you need to memorize or remember or associate which one are the reflexive verbs. And in this case, you're gonna understand that if you're using a reflexive verb, you need to use a reflexive pronoun. So the first way is learning which are the reflexive verbs. The second way, which is the one that I advise, and it's the one that has been working better with my students, is to explain how the reflexive pronoun should be, should not be, and may be used. Sometimes you have to use the reflexive pronoun for a sentence to make sense. Sometimes you can or you cannot use it and the sentence is going to be understandable, like it's optional. And sometimes you simply cannot use the reflexive pronoun, otherwise the sentence doesn't make sense at all. If we understand the way it works, we're going to decide either using it or not, depending on what do we try to say. For example, if we say yo como, so I eat. But if I put the reflexive yo me como, it means it's like in English you would add myself at the end. So I eat myself. It means that you are literally eating yourself. So we cannot say yo me como unless we add something else. For example, I eat myself a pizza. Yo me como una pizza. In that way it becomes redundant. You don't need to say it, but it's understandable and it wouldn't be incorrect. When do you have to use it? When you need to specify, because otherwise in Spanish it would mean that you are doing the action to someone else. For example, to wake up. If I say yo levanto, we don't understand who are you waking up. So it could be yo levanto a mi hermano, to my brother. Yo levanto a mi perro, I wake up my dog. Yo levanto a mi vecino, to my neighbor. So if we want to say I wake up myself, we need to put the reflexive pronoun. So yo me levanto. The same with taking a shower. If you only say yo ducho, the sentence is incomplete because we don't know who are you showering to. Yo ducho a mi hermano, I take a shower to my brother, and so on. So if you want to say that the one who's taking the shower is yourself, you need to say yo me ducho. So as you can see in the chart, you have each reflexive pronoun for each personal pronoun.